Hi, it's me, the medium dog. Back in the days when I was a small dog, I couldn't afford myself many beauty treatments that women love to do. That may have led me into a lack of care with my appearance, but nowadays, this bitch shows up in the society like that, with wet hair, wearing flip flops and a t shirt. People will say, "Oh my god, she's the new dude. Oh, she's so despoiled." People will literally ask me where I bought my flip flops, and I'm gonna say, bitch, you can only find Havaianas in Brazil. I just got out of my shower and I see a trading opportunity. So if you want to check on that, right, I hope you're not shaming yourself thinking that Bitcoin is going to $1 million when we get to these levels, and then saying everywhere the Bitcoin is going to zero when we reach those levels, because that would be really retarded. We're finding a good support here, okay, and today's video is not about Bitcoin at all. I mean, it is and also isn't, but I wanna show you what can happen with the stock markets. In my opinion, I have a feeling about the stocks, and that can mean that Bitcoin is going to be rejected here. And it would not be a very bearish thing, because if we get rejected here and we still can find support in here, everything is okay. But another scenario that I'm like waiting is Bitcoin finding support here, a little bit of support here, okay, and then getting rejected here, okay, and that still would not be very bearish for cryptocurrencies. But look at the SP 500 right now, and I just want to show you without this simple indicators. I just want to show you the branch, the little bit of a branch that we're seeing as a bull market for the last 10 years. Okay, so this is the last 10 years on the stock markets, and you can see that American stocks and the SP 500 more specifically, and you can see that we're just going in a bull trend for 10 years straight. But this is just a little bit of what's going on with the SP 500. And when people talk about, like, let me go back to this chart here, when people talk about bear market in cryptocurrencies, they just look like a clown, because look at that, we don't even complete 2 or 3 years in a bear market whenever Bitcoin goes into a correction. This is just going straight upwards for 10 years, and guess who's going up for 10 years straight as well? Yeah, the SP 500. So investors just got into Bitcoin. This is not like, this is a little bit of massive adoption. People are like, but people are just starting to, common people that do not have experience trading, people who never invested money in their lives except for putting their money on the savings account on a bank. They are not massively going to Bitcoin still. There is no massive adoption. What we are seeing is institutional adoption. And where were these institutions putting their money before? You know, here. And but you can see that we really have bear markets in the SP 500. They last 10 years. Last time we saw a bear market here, it went from the 70s, 1968, 70, until 1982, okay? And this is 10 years of an asset, of an index going down, and all its assets alone. And then you just see that the spread here is not that violent. Okay, the downward movement, it just went from 787 around 800 to 315, yeah, to 320, 300, yeah. So it's not a violent spread when we go downwards for like 10 years, but then we have a 20 years straight movement to the upside. Okay, so it lasted from 82 until the 2000s. Okay, and on the year 2000 we had this everything is going to shut down, all the internet is going to crash, all the servers are going down, all the lights in the world are, we're gonna say, out of electricity, the zombies are going to attack, there'll be meteors going and crushing the but then we had this bear market that lasted from the 2000s until 2010, so just 10 years, around 9 or 10 years of a bear market, and the spread was even smaller than before, right? So it's been 10 years that we're going in this bull trend, but the thing here is that this angle is just too sharp. So that's concerning me, and that's not concerning me of a future bear market to come, but it's concerning me of a correction that can happen here. Okay, because this March crash, look at this scenario. Where is it? Look at the big picture here, and you can see that this 2017, 2009, this crash here, March 2020. Look what it means in the bigger picture. See, so this is very concerning. This is very this is also very interesting, because look at this and it doesn't mean anything. So another correction won't mean anything in the bigger picture. It doesn't mean that we're going into a bear market. So now let me put the daily, okay, the daily time frame, and you can see here that we're starting to find support on this trending line, this white trending line. This white trend lines, they are just a fib speed resistance fan, okay, and it's a very simple tool because it's a simple structure. It's just a simple bullish structure, but we're finding support here when we go to the daily, granulating this picture, this view here, and we're finding support here. But will it fail? Because it can just fail. And what would I think? I would think that maybe we can try to reach this Fibonacci, but I'm not trusting this blue Fibonacci that I just traced it right here. So in fact, I'm just going to delete it until I see some other meaningful pattern here for putting a fib. But as in right now, you just see that it's just trying to find support. But look what happened right here. Okay, we were in a great support here. It didn't go try to reach these like insane levels, but it just failed, and then we started to trade in this trend line. So you see this dotted trending lines here. I could almost, like, I couldn't say, and they are a very strong level of support, and therefore I believe that if we see a movement, we can just like see a movement to try to reach these levels here, and that would not scare me a lot. But the possibility is that it doesn't even happen, because if you just go and look on the smaller time frame, okay, I'm just going to zoom in. This movement here from where we are, if we just go up just a little bit more and we go down to find support here, this is a very big spread on the SP 500, because you can see that it takes like a couple of days for that to do that movement. Okay, so if this is the correction that I am feeling that's going to happen here, it still can put Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to be rejected in this line here. So it's an interesting movement that's going to happen. And let's look at the simple indicators that are like just also confirming that it can see a little bit of a correction. And the daily, which is interesting because look at the weekly MACD, and it's just like it's sustainable, but also it is true. Like, look what the Fed can do to an asset. Okay, so yeah, that's the power they have. But it also also we have divergences here on the squeeze momentum divergences indicator, telling me that it can occur a little bit of a correction, especially because this last daily candle was like too bullish, and everything looks too bullish, and people, I wouldn't doubt that we're going to see even more of a movement upwards. So I'm going to do something very, very risky here, and I'm going to short the SP 500 just as a hedge against all my spot positions on cryptocurrencies, because almost half of my portfolio is on cryptocurrencies right now. Moving on to what can happen here, risk of getting a rejection here. I'm going to hedge my positions on cryptocurrencies, putting a short on the SP 500, because that's not repeating myself. So let's look at what can happen to gold. Okay, gold looks insanely bullish. Gold just looks like a super bullish, and we see that there is this volume of selling being crushed. Okay, so there is not a lot of bear signals in the volume. Okay, and there is a little bit of accumulation on these levels when we had this like tiny crash here on the gold chart. Actually, it is like a considerable spread for a downward movement. But if we suppose to hold trading in the trend line, this is going to be very bullish, and that will mean that it just suffered a little bit of a correction, because we're in a secular all-time high. And again, when I say secular all-time high for gold, is because I only have 100 years history of price action on gold. And look at this stochastic. Like let me zoom in. Look at stochastic for gold, and it's very low. And guys, I mean, this stochastic and the RSI is something that whenever I see that it's so low on bigger time frames like daily and weekly, let me put the weekly, it definitely it is bullish to me. I will not stop myself, and I did not stop myself from buying assets when I see stochastic that low. The weekly is not so low, but the daily is, and that can mean that we can see a movement upwards, but that also means that we can still see some downward momentum on gold. And I will not be scared, but looks bullish to me. Silver as well. I don't trade silver, I just trade gold. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I know why. It's because I lost a lot of money on silver doing 100x leverage trade with no stop loss, and just like got one of my accounts right on silver. So I got a little bit of trauma, so I just buy physical silver right now, just taking silver because it's super insanely cheap. And yeah, what else is going on? And I'm also doing something very interesting here. I'm doing forex trade with stable coins, and it's even easier than doing forex trade, at least to me. So guys, I'm going all stable coin in euro. Okay, so there is this KuCoin Silo Euro listed. Okay, and it accompanies the price of the pair euro dollar. Okay, so we got euro tether and Silo Euro tether, and there is this chart, because we don't have a lot of data, but you can see that we have this chart, and it gives you a little tiny spread here, and with this spread you can make money. If you put just big money like $10,000, and you just keep trading it when it goes from $1.18 to $1.19, $1.1950, and then and then you can incredibly make some cash with this pair. Okay, and I've been doing that for a couple of days, and it's been highly profitable. And also you have to keep an eye on the movement that euro is doing compared to the dollar. Okay, I'm going stable coin on euro because also I have a couple of dollars saved in other accounts. So that is the DIX is doing this movement. Okay, so it's kind of scary, but not so much, because we're just trending in a trend line, and it's a downward trend line, as you can see. And the perspective of especially with the Fed talking about inflation all over, and they were speaking about inflation is going away, we're going to solve that, and then they just show up and say it's here to stay. Inflation is here to stay. So yeah, I just want to present this Silo Euro. Okay, and it's available on KuCoin right now. If you don't have KuCoin account, just fucking try, because they have also amazing staking products and some competitions, and they give airdrops if you have a certain volume of trade in a certain token. So if you don't have one, go to my link description of the video, and there is a link with my referral code for KuCoin. And if you cannot use that because you live in America or something, just get a fucking VNP and then just do it. Right? It works for Binance as well. So yeah, another a very interesting investment that I just made today. I bought this it's a investment fund. Okay, There's a guy, Gregory Mandarino. He made a very interesting fund, but the minimum investment is $100,000. I don't have that cash, but yeah, I just invested in this fund. This is a Brazilian fund, and it gives you 20% on the Ibovespa index. And as you can see, when the Ibovespa was giving you 23%, it gave you 55%. Ibovespa was giving 40. So yeah, this is way more than 20%, but the guarantee is 20% on the performance of the Ibovespa. And this is, guys, this is like I'm very excited to do that because I don't pay a lot of fees to my broker, to my Brazilian broker, to invest in funds like that. So going back to cryptocurrencies world, Ethereum is also doing good, but we have a lot of levels to to surpass before we can get bullish on Ethereum. But there is this fork, this London fork update, and things look very good for Ethereum, especially on these indicators here. Remember that when this indicator is doing this movement, it's a very bullish sign, and this one, when this indicator is surpassing this line here, it is a very bullish sign as well. So see, this is the first bullish signs on Ethereum, and if it performs better than Bitcoin, then you can see pumps to the 2,600 level again, okay, or even the 3,200 level. Okay, so keep an eye on Binance Coin as well, because its relation with Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies is very strong. It doesn't look very bullish right now. Binance is suffering a little bit of pressure because Canada is banning Binance, if I'm not mistaken, and Binance is needs to be regulated in Toronto. I guess it is Toronto. And Binance also doesn't work in USA very much. They have a Binance US, but people say it's crap and it doesn't work properly and it gives you a lot of headaches. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Keep an eye on the bonds. Okay, keep an eye on the bonds, because with all this clown show with the Fed and all saying that we're getting inflation and inflation is here to stay, and you know, there's rumors about curve control and everything, so we had this insane spike here, and then now the bonds are trading into a different level. Okay, so keep an eye on the bonds, and keep an eye on the Dixie to see, because it tells you where the American stock markets is going, and then it tells you where the cryptocurrencies are going as well. My Iran gold keeps naked, so this is a very good, interesting time to buy it. Okay, and the Iran wallet is awesome, and they give you 20% interest annually on the tokens that you have staked there, and the interface is just awesome. I have a video on that. And let's see my mining station. Yeah. Guys, yeah, $20, but I don't even need the fan on because I got 6 coolers on my station. Let me show you. I got the 6 coolers there, and I've put like a mesh. This is just a mesh. I removed the lid of my case, and this is just a mesh for bugs or hair, fur, or anything that can go to the machine. But I'm just able to, with the 6 fans, control the temperature, and I've been able to mine at 60 ms per second in 48 to 49 Celsius, even though it's Brazil and it's tropical weather. So this is a very good performance, and it's very, this graphic card that I have, which is a RTX 3060 Ti, it's a very efficient graphic card. So I just leave the PC on, working as usual, as I've always left it like on, and it just mines. And this mining station is paying for my electricity in my house, like for the fridge that I use, for the the modem connected, and whatever, my TV, etc. So the computer is working for me to pay my electrical bill. So this is like, we live as we can, right? So yeah, bye for now. Subscribe, like the videos, and all the shit, share with your friends and all. Just okay, guys and girls and babies and everyone. Bye bye.